sports. This is the NBA. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan alongside my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. It's great to have you with us. We've got the black team and the white team. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Money in this one?
Yeah, he's one of the best teammates in the NBA, too, because he creates so many good shots for the other four players on the court. A sensational, unselfish passer.
And, Steve, we've also heard people point out how many minutes he plays, which is large. I mean, even more impressive to me isn't simply that he plays those big minutes, it's that he does it full speed 100% of the time.
Pick by Verejao. It's blocked. Pass to Money. To the middle. Rain Man. And the layup falls. Rain Man's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Here's the prodigy. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Kevin, the head coach for the black team gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Team rebounding is something he stressed to his side, and rightfully so when you face a player that gobbles up the glass like Kevin Love. He told me that Love rebounds at an unreal rate, and his side can't take any mental breaks when it comes to boxing out on the defensive end. Love's numbers validate that fear, guys.
And thank you for that, Doris.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
You look at Rain Man, what a contribution.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Brown the pass to the prodigy. And they're moving it up.
Oh! How about that basketball, fan?
Beautiful.
Wow.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
The pass to Rain. Lets it fly. Shaq finds the open look, and it's on target.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
And the call will be against D. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Right now, they're struggling to make shots, shooting a low percentage from the field so far.
Brown. And Shaq sends it back. And the shot is good. Tiny's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Rain Man passes to Money. Tries to keep it alive. Grant down low. Some solid defense from Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And he gets the bucket.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Passes it to D. Here's Rain Man. Pass to Money.
Well, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. And he may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now as the time to address it. I don't have a problem.
D. He's covered by Brown. Down low. And good on the basket. Book it.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Rain Man. He's got 10. Inside.
Well, you know, it doesn't seem like they've missed many shots here.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
He's their leader defensively. He's able to do so many things well on that end of the court and takes the pressure off everybody around him. An indispensable asset for them.
Steve, another signature part of his game is the way he runs the pick and roll. He gets so many easy baskets that way. It's a play they should run for him as often as they can.
Here's Tiny. Love right side. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the pass to Tiny. They get it back.
Using his strength nicely there to ensure the rebound. Good work.
And so it's Black with it. They're leading by 8. Shoots. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. And 12 points for Rain Man.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Let's see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
Pass the time. Brown fires, high post. Grant gets the rebound. Grant's got his 3rd rebound on the night. To the paint. Here's D. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely, here it comes. See if you can stop it. Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time. I love the aggressiveness with their approach, pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
They are owning this game early. They are constantly finding lanes to the basket.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Here's Gary. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Money's got 6 points. Love the pass to the prodigy. Out of hand on it. Here's D. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, they've played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
Here's Tiny. And it's off from 3-point range. 1-on-1 here. Here's D. And it's blocked by Love. And as we conclude the first quarter, a 1. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter.
Now the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done 2 things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. We've got Money. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Grant. Then it's D, and it's Rain Man in at the 3. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
Many consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does. And the black team with possession here. Passes it to D. Another shot. Rebound by Anderson Varejao. And the white team with possession. It's a 16-point game. Love dishes to Brown. No good with the triple.
And again, iffy shot selection there. Defender draped all over him.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. You know, all coaches hate defensively when you give up easy points in the paint. That's inexcusable. So that's the reason for this timeout here.
I think it came down to the fact they were getting beat inside, and that's why the coach called timeout. They were not winning the battle inside.
The white team making a switch here. Waiters has checked in. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Now here's Brown. Tight defense on him. From past the arc. And Dion Waiters, the bucket on the assist by Brown.
Well, jersey advertising, an idea that had been bandied about for a long while. Last season, in lieu of that, the league tested out advertising on the court apron for the first time, as well as a small ad on the top of the backboards. So the league, of course, always looking for new revenue streams.
Here's Waiters.
That's foul number 2 on him. They might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw, good. Waiters. He doesn't get the second one. And here's the black team now. 16-point lead.
Boy, they've looked good in the open floor today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, they've been doing the right thing, Steve. Anytime they've had numbers, they've gone straight up court with it right away. Boom.
And, Steve, you mentioned the apron advertising. It's only being allowed for locally broadcast games.
And I think that makes sense, Kevin. Viewers probably see it more than they would see stitching on a player's jersey. And I think keeping the ads off the court and the players is a good line to draw. I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it feels like it's either a dunk or a foul and a couple of free throws every possession.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup. Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
Back door.
And so it's Black with it. It's an 18-point game. Love grabs the board.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Verajao setting the pick for Waiters. Fires it up. Grant gets the rebound. Grant's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now the pass to Money from outside the arc. And he gets it to go. Money's got 14.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
It's blocked by Shaq.
Out of bounds.
And it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Love kicks to Brown.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And he gets the bucket. That's 10 points for the Prodigy.
They're having much more success here in the second after missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, you have to admire Dion Waiters' confidence as he feels he's going to be the next great shooting guard, not shy to proclaim himself as the next in line. Waiters saying, I really believe that I'll eventually be the best shooting guard in the NBA. This year, I'm going to show a lot of people who doubted me and still doubt me. I'm going to show them. Can't wait to watch, guys.
Well, Doris, confidence so key in this league. Thanks. 4-on-1 and they're running. Shots good by Waiters. Waiters got 8 points.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Pass to Money.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Money. 16 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And those steals are all the evidence you need of just how high his basketball IQ is. He really sees the floor well defensively.
52 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Waiters. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. That free throw, no good. No luck that time either.
Well, this is what you have to do when you're trailing. You've got to attack, be aggressive, and get to that foul line.
And perhaps cause some foul trouble along the way. I mean, that can have a big impact down the road.
Here's the prodigy, and that one comes up a bit short.
The defender's height advantage really forced a tough shot, a difficult shot. Tried to fade it over the top, but no dice.
And here we go with Dion Waiters. 8 points for him. It's blocked by Shaq. And they get it back. Verajau's shot is good. One second left. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The black team delivering the blowout. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Well, he's seen the court so well tonight. He's made some phenomenal passes here in the game so far in that first half.
You know, some folks say he's not a playmaker, but he's dispelling all of that nonsense.
We've got Kevin Love down out there with the prodigy. Then there's Anderson Varejao, and it's Waiters in at the 3 slot. D out there with Money. Then there's Grant, and it's Rain Man, and it's Shaq in at the 5 spot.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victory.
And they've missed the first 3 shots of the third quarter.
Waiters on the wing. He's got 8. From downtown, no good. The black team going the other way with it.
Starting to get restless here. 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
Brown, the pass to Varejao. It's his first trip to the line. That's good from Anderson Varejao. Anderson Varejao hits them both. D. He's covered by Brown. Here's D. He passes to Money. Here's Rain Man. Sinks the triple. Rain Man's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, offensively, he's just one of those guys that needs a touch of space to get his shot off. That's all. And if he runs his man off a screen or somehow finds an opening, that's it. He's going to let that thing go.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't also mention his supreme shot blocking. And he doesn't do it softly. He comes up with emphatic denials.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Stolen by Waiters. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And Shaq pulls it down.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
And stolen by Love. Here's the prodigy. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Pass to Money. He's going up against Love. To the inside. Deflects the pass. The pass to Money. 6 on the shot clock. Money from the wing. Money's got 24.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
And they're on the break. All alone.
Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. He was way up there.
And it's Brown missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And here we go with Waiters running it up the court. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
To the paint. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
But that's the way you've got to go. If you have good position, you got to get after it and go for that second chance opportunity.
Here's Brown, following the basket by Shaquille O'Neal. Brown.
He's missing a lot of shots out here. Offensively, he just has not been able to produce in this quarter.
1:32 left to play here in the third. D passes to Money. Puts the lead pass in front of him.
Talk about some great numbers for Rain Man. He has 29 points and 5 assists.
He's just been making one play after another, from one baseline to the other, covering the whole court.
Full throttle up and down the court. He has not let up one bit.
Both shots good from the stripe. Now here's Brown. Pass to the prodigy. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists in the game. Passes to Rain Man. To the middle. Here's Gary. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Shaq's got 6.
Now, sometimes offensive rebounds are lucky, but he anticipates and gets to the right spot before the shot goes up.
15 seconds on the shot.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Love. Inside. Here's Waiters.
He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
That one misses.
Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
And not a good idea throwing the ball down the court that far.
Now Brown. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Verajao. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And he's good on the second. 16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. They set the screen. Used the screen and took it all the way.
So nice to have a guy like that who can take charge at any time.
Yeah, so many of his passes, Steve, have led directly to baskets.
The open shot by Love. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And an ideal finish.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. The black team delivering the blowout. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Oh,
Look out.
wow. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Fast break, here we go. Looking to get back on track here. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You heard talk last year of the NBA perhaps considering adding a 4-pointer as a shot. Something you only really see in celebrity games for charity. And it would certainly have had a huge impact if it was implemented, but I think that would be a reach, folks. Let's stay with the 3-pointer.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And guys, to be clear, that 4-point line was really just something talked about, whispered about. No real traction, as this is even a remote possibility. At one point, however, the same was said about the 3-point shot, and now it's a huge part of the game.
I don't buy it, though, Kevin. I just can't imagine a 4-point shot. It would seem to just destroy everything that had built up over the course of the game and just allow a guy to shoot a half quarter for 4 points to win the game. I don't see this happening. Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
He needs to get them back into a flow offensively. You know, things have gotten stagnant for them, and they're starting to force some of these shots.
And that can snowball on you. One guy takes a bad shot, then another guy does, and then you're missing back-to-back-to-back shots. All of a sudden, you have no rhythm and you're self-inflicting wounds.
Here's Brown. And the pass to the product. And a miss there on the triple.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
Knocked loose. And so out of bounds it goes. And they retain possession. Here's Waiters.
You know, the league seems pretty serious about creating more parity between the teams. A big sign of that was the last CBA, where the NBA more than tripled the amount of revenue sharing between the big market and the small market teams. The little guys, I think, are in a much better position now than they were a few years ago.
Now here's Waiters. The 3. Here's Brown. Here is Zhao. The tip in on the offensive rebound. And the black team with possession here. Down low. And he gets it to go.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
It's Brown with the drive. Very Zhao can't hit.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Mike Miller's checked in for Brown.
Mike Miller.
And so it's Black with it.
And over the years, we've seen injuries bother the same people over the course of their careers, while other players seem to stay healthy. And it may be just genetic makeup, it could be off-season training, but it does seem that staying healthy can almost be considered a skill rather than just luck of the draw.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Pass to D. The shot. He squares up and sinks it. D's got 4 this quarter. Injury management, such a big part, Clark, of the game today. So many factors going to staying healthy in the NBA and all sports for that matter. How a player is built, how they train, how they play. And then there's that X factor, luck.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. I mean, we used to talk about the durability of what Russell Westbrook, a player who really hadn't missed a game since his high school days, and then all of a sudden a player crashes into his knee and he's out and has multiple repercussions from that. So as a player, and even as a broadcaster, I like to say you've got to control what you can control. That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Love, no good.
These are incredible rebounding numbers. I'm not sure if we've ever seen anything like this, Clark.
Oh, that's for sure, Steve. I mean, a superhuman performance on the backboards. Well done.
To the middle. Stolen by Verajao.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
Here's Gary. Just 5 to shoot. Verajao grabs the board. On the wing, Miller. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
You know, Miller has battled injuries over the last few seasons, but when he's right, he can really help you on the wing, particularly as a rebounder and a spot-up shooter, can really bury that three-point ball.
Yeah, a great shooter and rebounder, competes defensively. You know, a lot to like about his game.
At the line for 2.
Some good numbers for the prodigy. He has 18 points and 2 steals.
You just can't find fault with anything he's done here. The effort, the energy, his production, his defense, it's all there.
All hustle, non-stop effort from him all over that 94 by 50-foot box.
Here's Money. He passes to D. He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover.
Boy, that's embarrassing, guys. He's going to have a hard time living that one down later when they watch it on tape.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Verajao passes to the product. Misses the wing 3. Here's Rain Man. D. Covered by Miller. Here's D. The layup missed. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Money.